That preseason game on Saturday night was rough against the Giants. The offense was very, very out of sync. First team only played 2 drives, I believe it was, while the Giants had their starters go for a little bit longer than that. It's concerning. It's concerning when you watch how ineffective the offensive was in moving the ball and how out of sync the passing game was. I'm really happy with the running game. I thought the running game was really, really good. And that's what this team is going to be. They're going to be a very run first team, a very passing only when they need to pass or passing off of the run, off of that RPO style offense. But I saw a tweet or post by Ledger Douzable, who's one of the Jets analysts out there, former player. And I want to play it because I think it says a lot about not only where the offense is right now, but where the disconnect is and what's really happening when the ball is snapped. Some of the things that maybe we don't see, and maybe we just blame on a single player. But let's watch it real quick.
I know the Jets' passing game has struggled, but you got to look at the big picture right here. So get ready to play this. There's a couple things I want you to watch. One, the right tackle, Mamimbu, looks like he was looking around, still trying to communicate, is laid out his stance, which allows Brian Burns, even with a chip from Rucker, to get around the corner. Two, the timing between quarterback and receiver, Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson. And then the scan protection by Braylon Allen. I believe this maybe throws off the timing because you're going to see it at the last second. Watch. Braylon steps right in front, and when it looks like Justin Fields is about to let this go. Now, he's scanning right here, and he sees that Mimbu was essentially maybe beat, so he's trying to help his quarterback. But I think that also throws off the timing between Garrett Wilson and also Justin Fields. Like, this ball should be coming out, and it should be to the outside right here because Paulson Adebo is playing inside leverage. But he's late. Paulson's able to already break on it when Garrett's coming out of his break. Maybe a little early, but they let him play. But there's more than just meets the eye when it comes to the passing game and Fields being off throwing the football, right? Your right tackle was slow out of his stance. Your running back, scan protect, got right in the vision of where he was throwing the football, but also Fields has to let that go before Garrett comes out of his break. Wanted to show you from the end zone copy. Same play. Ahmad Mimbu lay out his stance. Watch the scan, right? Braylon Allen steps here because Okereke steps in that B gap, and that's his job, right? To hold this running back so everybody else can get a one-on-one. And then he sees that Burns is coming around the corner. But right, look how close he is right there. Like, a quarterback can't step into that, right? That's also like the space he needs to step in to make that throw. So again, it's not just Justin Fields and the timing. It all goes together. Protection has to be on point. Your right tackle has to get out of his stance. So Braylon Allen doesn't feel like he has to scan to come all the way back. And then also Justin Fields has to let this go on time.
Isn't it crazy how things can compile and how one thing can lead to the next, can lead to the next, can lead to the next? You can't just, at least in this scenario, say that Justin Fields just needs to get the ball out sooner. You had issues on another play too, where Tippmann gives a high snap, Justin has to fumble around with the ball a little bit and dirts a ball to Garrett Wilson. Everybody needs to do their job. That's why Bill Belichick over years said, "Do your job." This is do your job football. If you do your job, everything else will fall into place. You can't worry about anybody else. Membu was late getting out of his stance. He was trying to communicate. Mason Taylor, on top of that, puts a pretty weak chip block on him, on Burns. Burns is able to get around the edge. Braylon Allen sees it, goes to try and help, and in that process, steps right in front of Justin Fields. If Justin Fields throws the ball on time when he was supposed to, he potentially breaks his hand on Braylon Allen's helmet. So you can't just point the finger at one person. The entire offense is learning a new scheme. The entire offense is learning a whole new system. Justin Fields, this is his third team in four seasons. There's a lot of turnover here. It's going to take time for these guys to gel. And you're playing against a team that you scrimmaged against all week, so they know your tendencies. I'm not taking a whole lot of stock out of this. As long as they can run the ball effectively, I think we're going to have a really good, not good, but a decent season. And I know the Giants kind of ran up the score in this game too. I'm also not worried about that. We had about half of our defensive starters out. So take that for what it's worth. We did not play a lot of defensive starters. So again, it wasn't a good showing. I'm not saying it was good. I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody. I'm just saying there are reasons why things happen, and you hope that they learn from this. It all started with Membu not communicating well on the line with AVT next to him. He was clearly got out of his stance late. It's a rookie mistake, but it compounds and it leads to other things. These are correctable issues, is I guess what I'm trying to point out here. And you hope the guys learn from it, and you hope that we're able to gel and mature as the season goes on. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you thought of the game as a whole. I'm not taking too much stock out of this. Again, it's preseason. These guys aren't going to play Friday night against the Eagles, I wouldn't think. So this is going to be it until week 1 against the Steelers.